How's it going, guys? And thank you for tuning in. Yesterday I went up and I don't know if I made a mistake or if it's a good thing, but was searching around on Facebook Marketplace, and I figured I'd try to find me a quad to flip, something I could work on a little bit and put a little bit of money in, see if I could turn it, make some more money off of it. What I ended up with is pretty bad. But when you look at it, you know, everything's got potential. You know, it may look like shit right now, but after a little bit of work on it, hopefully we'll be able to bring it back and make it a nice looking quad. So here it is. Okay, so what we have here is a 2007 YFZ 450. I've been wanting YFZ 450, like I said. I was gonna buy one for my kid. We ended up finding, of course, the Suzuki LTR 450 instead, which is beautiful, badass quad. But I was on there, I found this for a nice, pretty cheap, fair price for what it is. I mean, it's the guy I got it off said that the motor, well, the motor is kind of trash. He's not sure. He thought it ran out of oil and it kept running, so maybe it has a piston seize, who knows. Valves are probably shot, and I have no idea just yet. We went and picked it up yesterday, tossed it in a truck. It did come with these nice set of paddle tires, which are on backwards. Don't make fun of me, I didn't put them on. Yeah, normally they go the other way, but it's got the side winders. They're like brand new, and then these SS wheels, the ITPs, and those are worth a little bit of money. So basically, you know, buying the dune tires, he didn't have the regular tires for it. He'd gotten rid of those, so I talked him out of the dune tires for a couple hundred more, which, you know, it was a good deal. I'll get a whole new set for the quad itself. I might hang on to these tires just because I like them and put them on something later, or if we happen to, we probably won't keep the quad, but if we were to keep the quad for a little while, I could run them on that until I sell it. So besides the obvious, apparently it had a lot of oil all over it, and I got it out of Kansas, so they had some pretty bad windstorms out there, and I'm pretty sure that's why everything's just completely freaking caked with this nasty looking dust. So I mean, that's basically what it is, just this nasty dust. So that should wash right off, and then we'll be able to look into the motor and see what we really need. Dude started working on the head, taking it apart, took the bolts out. They're not in there, I don't think, and probably full of dust right now, the whole motor, which is okay because I plan on yanking that whole motor out. I'm gonna strip it down to nothing, make sure everything's good inside of it, replace what isn't good, and put it back together, and we'll make it work. So I think what these are a dune plastics, like Myers. I think they're Myers, I'm not sure, I'd have to look into them more, but you can see how narrow they are. But looking through it, you know, it looks dirty right now, but when you look at it, it has no roll cracks, no real scratches. Basically, she just really needs washed up. And I got a fender renew kit that I could put on it. We'll put some graphics on it. It is missing the radiator flare right here, shroud that comes out. We'll go ahead and get a pair of those so I can put them up there. It's still got the headlights on it. It's got a little wire job up here that we'll probably have to go through and look into a little bit of electronical issues with it. It's got a set of Nerf bars. I guess they probably are for this, but it looks like the back bolt back here is not lining up with this, so I'll have to figure that out, see if they're even for this. But I don't know, maybe they'll fit the Suzuki, we'll see. Basically, I guess what it looks like is the A-arms are stock. I was pretty happy because I thought it had this cool bumper, and I was like, oh cool, it's got a bumper on it, but it's just tweaked to hell. This is bent, this is cracked, it's broken over here. So that's pretty much going to be tossed in the trash. We'll have to get a new one of those. Nerf bars, we might make them work. They're Alba Racings. Not sure, like I said, I don't know if they'll fit this or if they're going to fit something else. We'll see if we can make them work. If not, then we'll get a different set for it. I believe that is the stock pipe setup on it. If anybody else has one of these and this doesn't look like the stock pipe, let me know. But from what I'm seeing, it looks like a stock pipe. It's got an aftermarket grab bar on it that's barely on. Seat cover, I'm not sure if it's trash completely or if it just needs washed really bad. Check this out. I'm gonna have to replace that. I'm gonna have to put a new battery in it. So basically, guys, I got this thing for cheap enough that I knew that I could toss a grand or two in it, make it completely badass, and probably make more money off of it, because these things go for anywhere from, I think I haven't really been seeing them too much under 4,500 right now on Marketplace or Craigslist or anywhere else I'm looking. So if I put a couple grand in it, I should be able to pull a couple grand off of it if that motor is not completely shot and I have to completely you know, if it's got a crack in the case or any of that stuff. From what I'm seeing, I don't see anything that looks like a crack in the case. I'm hoping, he said that if they ran it out of oil, hopefully maybe we got a seized piston, or who knows. We won't know until we get into this motor. But basically what I'm going to do is going to try to get this head, all that valve cover up there, back on as much as I can, so that I can take the power washer and just spray the ever living heck out of this thing and see if we can clean it up. Then I can eyeball it and see what we need after that. So like I said, I don't know if I got myself into something bad. Either way, you can part it out for what I gave for it. So I'm not sad about it at all. I mean, it's a project. I like doing these projects. Looks like the frame's still, you know, the powder coat on the frame's still good. You know, that saves me a job of having to tear that all down and paint it like I did on the Banshee. So you know, just odds and ends here and there. This is the stuff I like to do. I'm fine with working on it. That's what I bought it for. So I'm gonna share and shoot videos on this one, and so make sure you hang out, and if you want to watch the progress on it, I guess hang out and see what goes on. Might be doing a lot to it, it looks like. So hang out. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna go ahead and wash it for you guys, and we'll take a look at it again when it's all nice and cleaned up. So stand by. Okay guys, as you see, it cleaned up actually really nice. That was actually just dirt all over it. It wasn't really oil after all, so it just blasted on off. So we got her nice and cleaned up. What I'm going to do next is start yanking out this motor, and I'm going to do this in stages. With the videos anyway, I'm going to yank the motor, you know, do a little bit of the cleanup, we'll pull the motor out. We're gonna tip this thing up like this and spray the whole bottom half so everything gets taken care of, all that dirt and oil and all that shit. So plastics, they didn't really clean up that nice, but as you see, they're not really scratched or tore up in any way. So I'll put my compound on them and I'll make them look new. The seat, I think if I get some sort of treatment for that, I think it'll come back to normal. I don't have no rips or tears in it, so we'll work on that as well. But basically what I'm going to do now is just yank that motor out of this thing and see if we can tear it down and see how much work it needs. When I pulled that valve cover off, since they pulled the bolts out, that whole damn thing is just full of dirt. So we're gonna tear it all down anyway, so we'll clean it and probably yank the carb out and see what kind of work we got to do on that. It's going to be a little bit of work, but it's going to be fun. I mean, this is what I like to do anyway, so she's got potential. She definitely has potential. I mean, you can't give it that. You can't not give it that. So just we'll see what happens. But anyway, just wanted to share that with you guys. Stay tuned for more videos of this. When you well, as we go along, I'll keep shooting on it until we get her done, and then we'll probably do some tuning on it and some playing around with that. And we got the 450 in there, the Suzuki. We'll go play with that as well. So hit that subscribe button so you get these turn on that notification bell so you start getting these videos on this if you want to watch something like that. Anyway, make sure you hit that like button if you like the content, and I'll go ahead and see y'all on the next one. Laters.